How we doing, everybody? As you can see, I am still in Paris. We were here last week, obviously, for Benoit Saint-Denis versus Renato Moicano. What an event that was. What a crowd. We'll talk about that real quickly in a second. Also, we're going to talk about Alex Pereira taking on Khalil Rountree. His coach, the legendary Glover Teixiera, thinks he's going to knock out Khalil Rountree Jr. Then he's going to go to heavyweight and he could knock out Jon Jones and knock out Stipe Miocic. And we're also going to talk about my time here in France because somebody robbed Rebecca's handbag, the little shit. Anyway, let's start with the event last week. Gotta say, shout out to the French crowds. I say it every time, they are by far one of the best, if not the very best in the world. Probably because it's still only the third ever UFC event there, but from start to finish, the atmosphere, the energy in the building was just unbelievable. So well done to the fans. And well done, of course, to Renato Moicano. Benoit Saint-Denis is a very good fighter. He's very tough. He's super aggressive. He's very strong. He comes in great shape and he's got good, well-rounded skills. I thought it was going to be a tough one for Renato Moicano. Renato Moicano took him down straight away. You've seen the fight by now. Got on top and just beat the living crap out of him. From start to finish in the first round, mounted him, dropping those nasty elbows, slicing up the face, bloody bruises and bumps all over the place. Just a fantastic opening round, probably a 10-7. I know you think I'm going to be crazy for saying that. That was a 10-7 round. Benoit Saint-Denis is lucky to have even survived that round, okay? That was a nasty beatdown. 10-9 is when it's close, but you feel like someone won. 10-8 is when it's clearly that guy that won. And when you see a round like that, that is a 10-7 round. Don't come after me. That is not an opinion. That is a fact. I went to a seminar with all the officials and the commission in Las Vegas, myself, Dominic Cruz, DC, Laura Sanko, Paul Felder, John Anik. We all sat there. We got lectured for hours. That is the scoring criteria. So that was a 10-7 round. But round two was a 10-9 round for Benoit Saint-Denis, which is unbelievable to consider the beatdown that he'd taken. And he was able to still have his wits about him, land a few shots and just probably scrape that second round. But who cares? We all know what happened. Doctor came in, stopped it because of the cut. It was the right thing to do. Renato Moicano was unbelievable. He had his own injury as well, dislocated collarbone by the looks of it. So he's going to be out for a little bit. But when he does come back, he's going to have nothing but big fights. Not only because of the brutal performance that he had, not only because of the skill, not only because of the win streak, but because the man is a star. The man is a personality. He is absolutely hilarious. Anytime you're in his presence, you can just feel the energy from him. He's always got something good to say, but of course, he backs it up inside the octagon. Now, this week, though, moving on, and again, well done to everybody, Alex Pereira goes up against Khalil Rountree Jr. You probably saw my prediction video. If you didn't, check that one out. I've got Pereira winning. I don't think it's going to be easy. I do think Khalil Rountree Jr. is going to give him some problems. He's going to land some shots. He's on a 5-fight win streak with 4 of those coming by way of stoppage. The man's got ridiculous power. He's a very good kickboxer. He's getting better all the time. And this is his big moment. However, Alex Pereira isn't taking this lightly. He isn't getting used to beating people and knocking people out with ease, so therefore taking it easy. The man's been in Salt Lake City for weeks, acclimatizing, getting used to the altitude, running into mooses and all kinds of stuff, doing his job, taking this fight very seriously like he should do.
Chama.
But this week, his coach, Glover Teixiera, former champion, legendary Glover Teixiera, should be in the Hall of Fame, I say as well. Glover Teixiera is confident that he beats Khalil Rountree Jr. Of course, you're his coach. You're going to say that. But he also says that after this fight, going down to 185, that could be really hard. But going up to heavyweight is probably a more favourable path. And we know this has been talked about a lot. But he feels, Glover, his coach, remember, feels he would knock out Jon Jones and he would knock out Stipe Miocic. Now, of course, he has the potential to do that. He has the ability to do that. Jon and Stipe, they're only human. Tom Aspinall, he's only human. And Alex Pereira does have some of the most natural knockout power that we've seen in this sport. He really does. It is phenomenal. But to say that he's going to knock out Jon Jones, the greatest of all time, what do you think about that? Do you think he's just trying to sell the fight? Do you think he's just hyping up his guy? Or do you think he actually believes that? And do you think in any way, shape or form, that there's a chance that Alex Pereira beats Khalil Rountree and then he's the next guy to face Jon Jones or Stipe? But none of that's going to happen because Dana White came out recently and said, listen, without a shadow of a doubt, the next man up at heavyweight is Tom Aspinall.
And Tom Aspinall is next in line for anything that happens after this fight.
But you never know. We might see Tom Aspinall versus Pereira down the line someday, because Jones ain't going to stick around for a while. And Stipe, this is his last fight. So Glover Teixiera saying what he needs to say, hyping up his guy, being a loyal coach and saying, look, listen, I think he can knock out anybody. And there's certainly no controversy surrounding that. But speaking of controversy, I'm still here in Paris in a beautiful hotel. My wife and I were stuck around for a week after the fight. We've been moving around different places. First of all, we went to a hotel called the Maison-Souquet. Beautiful place, interesting decor. It used to be a whorehouse. Rebecca absolutely loves it. She says, we've got to stay there. It is a nice place, and she wanted to stay there because of the decor and stuff. But that was in a beautiful part called Montmartre. Montmartre's a really nice community. It's got an old church there, lots of cafes and wine bars, stuff like that. Anyway, we went for a walk one day. We got a coffee at this little place, and my coffee was a bit too hot. So I went into the restaurant to get a bit of ice to cool it down. When I walked out, Rebecca says, that guy's just stole my bag. I'm like, which guy? There's a bunch of guys. It's a busy place. And there's a guy with a towel. She says, I think it was that guy there. So I start running after him, and he turns around, he sees me, he starts running. I catch him real easy, grab him by the neck, and immediately drops the bag. He had the bag wrapped up in like a little towel. So then because if you look around, you can't see a handbag or a purse. You just see a guy with a towel. So it's pretty smart. So if you're in France or anywhere, watch out for the guys with the towels. Anyway, I grab him by the throat. He drops the bag. I get my fist and like I push it in his face. And he's like, merci, 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 merci. Anyway, he was shitting his pants. So I let him go. As he's walking away, boom, I gave him a real good hard kick up the ass, because you ain't getting away scot-free. But anyway, a lot of people online are like, why didn't you punch that guy? Why didn't you beat the crap out of him? And it's like, well, look, listen, I got the bag back first of all. So, we're fine. I'm not going to lower myself to doing that. I'm not going to have a display of violence in front of tons of children and women and people on holiday and having a nice time. I got the bag back. He shit his pants. I gave him a good kick up the ass. And then also, you punch someone in the face, there's consequences.
That's fucking illegal.
What happens if he falls down on the ground, hits his head, dies? Next minute, I'm in a French prison. No one wants to be there. No man alive should spend any time in a French prison. Anyway, merch will be dropping very, very soon, so keep an eye on that. Any day now, it'll be coming out. But here in Paris, we've had a good time. We went to a restaurant called Maxime. We stayed at the Maison-Souquet. We're in this place now, which shall remain nameless. But I'm very excited for UFC 307 coming up this weekend. By the time I land, the prelims will just be starting. We've got 2 more days here. We're off to see a little bit of a show tonight. No doubt another fancy meal. Speaking of meals, we went to a 10-course fusion of Asian and French cuisine called Solar. Oh my God, in like a 13th century building. But, hold on, let's have a go.
Wait for me.
Hold on. We went to an 8-course tasting menu in an Italian restaurant. That was phenomenal as well. The food has been incredible. The people are amazing as well. It's a cliche. Everyone says, oh, the French are very rude. The French are so rude. The French are fantastic. I found the people here to be just nice, helpful, charming. Yeah, granted, we're staying in nice hotels and restaurants, but the people in the street just walking along, they've been very pleasant. You ask them a question, they try and answer, they give you directions, whatever the case may be. I haven't asked a single direction because I've got maps on my phone, but you get what I'm trying to say. So the people are lovely, and we've had an amazing time. So check it out. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Pereira, will he knock out Jones, Stipe? Does he beat Khalil Rountree, more importantly, this weekend? You can't look past your opponents. So anyway, that's the video. Hope you're well. Take care. Talk to you soon.